launched many of the huge initiatives to provide funds for the industrial sector and more. And just yesterday, the President has given his directions and instructions to the government to implement a package of incentives to the industrial projects. Tonight we'll be focusing on that in our episode. Before we delve into our discussion, let me first have a quick look on the top story of the day. And President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi on Monday received British Petroleum Chief Executive Bernard Looney. The President appreciated the corporation's growing activities and investment in Egypt, saying it significantly contributes to oil and gas drilling and production, which enhances efforts to turn Egypt into a regional hub for energy production and trading. President Sisi also stressed that the state attached top priority to the participation of both global corporation and the private sector in oil and gas, as well as the renewable energy sectors. On his part, the CEO of the BP Corporation said that the company's 60-year-old strategic partnership with Egypt is pivotal, hailing the country's developmental boom, particularly in energy and infrastructure. And moving on to our next top story of the day, and President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi also on Monday reviewed an annual report on martyrs and wounded, honoring funds, activities and services. This came during the President's meeting with Presidential Advisor for Financial Affairs, Major General Mohammed Amin, and the Fund's Board Chairman, Major General Sayed Ghali, as well as the Fund's Chief Executive. The meeting also dealt with the initiative the fund can launch for the beneficiaries, who include the martyrs and wounded in both wartime operations and terrorist acts, in coordination with the concerned state authorities. The head of state endorsed the inclusion of martyrs and wounded from the army personnel in war since 1948 and from the Interior Ministry personnel in terrorist acts since Ismailia battle in January 25th, 1952. Right, before we start with our discussion, let's first have this quick report. And Egypt's IBDA initiative, or START, aims to attract £200 billion to industrial sector. Let's watch.
The Presidential National Initiative for Developing Egyptian Industry, IBDA, or START, aims to add new investments worth 200 billion Egyptian pounds to the industrial sector. The planned investments should provide around 150,000 direct and indirect job opportunities over the coming 4 years. The first phase of the initiative aims to localize industry and reduce the import gap, as Egypt is gearing up to become an industrial hub for the Middle East and Africa under the initiative's second phase. The IBDA initiative is currently working on implementing 64 industrial projects in cooperation with 33 Egyptian private companies and 20 foreign companies that work on technology transferness in 12 countries. Meanwhile, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi directed the government on Sunday to implement a package of incentives, including tax exemptions, to support projects in strategic industries, and the cabinet will issue a detailed decree specifying these industries. These projects will be exempted from all taxes except the value-added tax for up to 5 years. President el-Sisi has ordered that golden licenses be granted to all projects aiming to boost local industries. The golden license, activated in September 2022, allows investors to acquire or lease land and operate enterprises on it without additional government approvals. The IBDA initiative was launched by President el-Sisi in April last year, with the aim of enhancing the role of the private sector in localizing industries and reducing imports. The initiative works on 3 axes to achieve its goals: the mega projects, industry support, and research, development and training.
Egypt opens up to the world. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi meets with world leaders.
أعبر لكم عن خالص الشكر والتقدير على حفاوة الاستقبال وكرم الضيافة.
Reaffirming Egypt's vision, delivering our voice abroad.
لتطوير التعاون الثنائي الاقتصادي والعسكري إلى مستويات غير مسبوقة.
Discussing regional and international developments. Solid and strong relations on the path of partnership and development.
Right, welcome back, and let me first welcome our guests, Dr. Muhammad Al-Ghamri, technology expert and professor of applied research. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
Our pleasure. So we're speaking tonight about the Egyptian industry, and we've been seeing since the start of 2023 a big priority given to such a sector. The Egyptian industry is seen as a very vital sector and locomotive to the Egyptian economy. How far